Good morning, everybody. Come on, Mr. Fry. December the 18th, 2016. Every time I sit down to do a video, my baby got to be in here too. He likes to show off. Mr. Furley, say hello. Say hello. Did you hear about the school closing in Virginia? There were several schools. Well, all the schools in one particular county was closed. Not sure what part it was. I'll look it up and I'll have it in the tags. They wanted to show the beauty and the artistic complexity of calligraphy. Calligraphy is very beautiful. I believe if people want to know about calligraphy, they should take a calligraphy class or whatever. In this particular school, they gave a homework assignment for calligraphy. They had a calligraphy statement in a top box, and the students were to copy that in the bottom box. And they did. And they turned it in. But they did not know what they were writing. And it turned out that they were writing, there is no God, only Allah, and Allah is the messenger of Muhammad, or something like that. So these Christian students and other students wrote that and turned it in. The teacher didn't see anything wrong with it. Some people didn't see anything wrong with it. Parents were so outraged at what their children had to write that they had to close the schools because of the backlash. A lot of people say, well, there's nothing wrong with writing that. That's just somebody else's culture, and you ought to be willing to learn about their culture. Well, I damn well guarantee you that they wouldn't let these children write Merry Christmas in calligraphy because somebody at that school would be offended. So if they can't write, they can't even say Merry Christmas. They can't say God. Oh, wait a minute. They could write it, though. They could write, there is no God. This is the United States of America. Why do our students have to learn about Islam? If you want to learn more about Islam, that's wonderful. Go over there and do it. Don't do it in the schools. Don't teach this to, if I had been a parent at that school, and had I been the person I used to be years ago when my kids were in school, yeah, they'd have had to close them schools down. Because my ass would have been right. I'd have been the first one. I'd have probably led that group. But a lot of people are going to say, well, it's just a writing. It was just an assignment. Get over it. It's no big deal. Yes, it is a big deal. It's a very big deal for those that don't want to do this. Okay, why didn't... Okay, you had Muslim children in that school too. I bet you they would have never, not one time, even thought to ask one of those Muslim students to write, there is no Allah, only God. That would not have happened. Ain't that right, darling? Some people say the schools shouldn't have closed, that this is just a silly argument. No, it's not a silly argument. You know, there is no God, only Allah. That's what they want you to write. But I guarantee you, if one of those children went down the hall and said Merry Christmas, they'd be suspended. It's ridiculous. This country is going to hell. Slowly but surely, piece by piece. And anybody who says it's not is like an ostrich with their head in the sand. I'm glad I'm the age I am now. I'm glad my kids are grown. You know, I'm glad that I'm not just starting out and, you know, in my childbearing years. And, you know, this is a whole nother world than what it was when I was growing up. And it's getting ridiculous. Some of the people are saying that that people need to learn about everybody's culture. Well, that's fine. There should be classes set aside at school for that. It should not be forced onto you. If you don't want to learn about it, don't learn about it. If you want to learn about it, take that class that offers that you can learn about it, but don't push that on somebody. It's ridiculous. What do you think about school closing? How pissed off would you have been if your child had to write, "There is no God, only Allah"? And what would you have done? And have you heard about this story? And until next time, bye-bye, Mr. Freddie. Say bye-bye, Mr. Freddie. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. He's shy.